Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue with the same chapter, Understanding Shapes. Let us revise all the formulae which you have studied in your previous class. Um, Sum of all interior angles of a polygon is given by the formula n minus 2 into 180 degree, where n is the number of sides of a polygon. If a polygon is a regular polygon means all the sides of a polygon are equal. And if all the sides of a polygon will be equal, then all the interior angles will also be equal. Just like a triangle. Take an example of a triangle. If a triangle is an equilateral triangle, then all three interior angles of a triangle are equal. Likewise, it is true for a polygon also. And we call it as a regular polygon. A regular polygon will have equal interior angles. So if we have to calculate the measure of each interior angle of a regular polygon, then we use a formula n minus 2 into 180 degree divided by n, means sum will be divided by number of sides. Clear? One very basic important thing is in everywhere, in each and every polygon, if you extend the baseline, then with each and every interior angle we have adjacent exterior angle. Okay, so sum of interior angle and exterior angle is always 180 degree because they form a linear pair. Okay, moving on to the next formula, which is number of sides of a regular polygon. If we have to calculate the number of sides, then it is 360 degree divided by x. What is x here? X is each exterior angle of a regular polygon. Suppose we know exterior angle, then it is okay, we'll directly put. And in few of the questions, they'll give interior angle. So with the help of this formula, exterior angle plus interior angle is equal to 180 degree. First we'll calculate exterior angle, and then we will put in the formula n is equal to 360 divided by x, and we'll get the number of sides. Let us do few of the questions of this exercise. Exercise 13.1. Question number 6. It says that find the number of sides in a polygon if the sum of its interior angles is 3420 degree. So first of all, we'll apply the formula. It is n minus 2 into 180 degree. And as the value has been given, we'll equate it, we'll put it. The 3420 is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree. 180 degree will come in division. We'll get 19 when we'll cancel. 2 will be transferred to the side, minus 2 becomes plus 2. Number of sides are 21. Moving on to the next question, it is question number 8. The angles of a pentagon have been given, x, x minus 10 and so on. We are supposed to find out the value of x. So if they do not specify that they are interior angle or exterior angle, you have to by default take it as interior angles. So we will calculate, because all the interior angles have been given, and we know that in a pentagon how many sides are there? 5 sides are there. So we can apply the formula sum of all interior angles of a pentagon. And formula says n minus 2 into 180 degree. Left hand side, we'll calculate the sum of all the angles which have been given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 angles have been given. So we have calculated the sum of them. Is equal to, n is 5 here, 5 minus 2 into 180 degree. So it becomes 3 into 180 degree, that means 540 degree. Here we are going to solve it, so we will get 7x as x plus x plus x plus 2x plus 2x, it becomes 7x, and then minus 10 plus 20 minus 44 minus 70, if you will solve it, you will get minus 124 plus 20. And finally you get the answer x is equal to 92 degree. Moving on to the next question, it is a quadrilateral. They have given a quadrilateral ABCD in which AB is parallel to CD. In today's class only, I will be explaining how many types of quadrilaterals are there. Fine. But right now, because you are not aware of, so quadrilateral will have four sides. A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral where AB is parallel to CD. I have drawn the diagram. You can see that AB and CD are parallel to each other. Now, angle A is to angle D. The ratio has been given as 2:3. So we can consider them as 2x and 3x. So let angle A be 2x and angle D be 3x. I have mentioned here in the diagram. A is 2x here and D is 3x here. And another ratio has been given. So whenever we have been given two ratios in a same question, then what are we supposed to do? We need to consider them with different variable. It means we have already used x, 2x and 3x we have used. So now we will be considering them as 7y and 8y. We will not consider them as 7x and 8x because 7:8 is the another ratio and we have to take the another variable with that. So angle B, let angle B is equal to 7y and angle C be 8y. I have mentioned in the diagram. Now, few properties of parallel lines. You have already done the parallel lines in your previous class. Okay. If we have parallel lines, we have alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. And co-interior angles, they are not equal. But sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree. So which kind of angles are angle A and angle D? They are co-interior because they are formed inside the parallel lines. You can see inside the parallel lines and they are lying on a same side of the transversal. AB and CD are parallel lines and AD is the transversal. So sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree. So we will get 2x plus 3x is equal to 180. 5x is equal to 180. X is equal to 36 degree. You will put the values in angle A and angle D. Angle A becomes 2x, that means 72 degree. Likewise, angle D becomes 3x, 108 degree. In a similar manner, angle B and angle C will also be co-interior angles because AB is parallel to CD and BC is working as a transversal. Fine. So sum of co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree. So 7y plus 8y becomes 180 and value of y becomes 12. And later on you will calculate the value of angle B, which will be 7y means 7 into 12, 84 degree, and angle C will be 96 degree. Now question number 11 is very important because diagram has been given in the question. ABCD is a quadrilateral. Complete angle A is 3x plus 4 degree. Angle B has been divided in two parts. Okay. One part is 50 degree, other part is x. So if I ask you what is angle B, so complete angle B will be 50 plus x. Fine. Complete angle B is 50 plus x. Angle C, complete angle C is 5x plus 8. Complete angle D, this is also divided but they have not given the separate values of angle D. Complete angle D from here to here, it is given 3x plus 10. As it is a quadrilateral, sum of all four angles of a quadrilateral, all interior angles of a quadrilateral will be equal to 360 degree. Fine. We will put their values. A plus B plus C plus D. A is 3x plus 4. Complete angle B is 50 plus x. C is 5x plus 8 and D is 3x plus 10 will be equal to 360 degree. When we will solve it, when we will open the bracket 3x plus x plus 5x plus 3x, we will get 12x plus 72 is equal to 360 degree. Value of x is 24 degree. First part, we have to find out the value of x. We have calculated. Second part says that calculate the value of angle DAB. Angle DAB is 3x plus 4. So we will put the values of x here. 24 degree. Fine. It becomes 76 degree. Now we are supposed to find out the value of angle, third part. Angle ADB. It means only this angle. Complete angle has been given as 3x plus 10. But we are not supposed to calculate the complete angle. We have to calculate only this angle, which is coming in triangle ADB. So we'll go to triangle ADB. Sum of all three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Okay, as you can see in this triangle, angle A has come 76 degree and B, only this portion is given 50 degree. So 76 plus 50 and angle ADB will be equal to 180 degree, and we'll be able to find out value of angle ADB, which is 54. Fine. Question number 14. It says that ratio between an exterior angle and interior angle has been given as 1:5. It is a regular polygon. So we'll consider them. Let us consider exterior angle be x, interior angle be 5x. Fine. And as we know that they are always linear pairs, so exterior angle plus interior angle is equal to 180 degree. Fine. So x plus 5x is equal to 180. Value of x becomes 30 degree. Now we are supposed to find out value of measure of each exterior angle first of all. So each exterior angle was considered as x. Its value is 30 degree. Each interior angle, why I am using each word? Because it is a regular polygon. All interior angles will be equal. So each interior angle will be, because interior angle was considered as 5x, so it will be 150. Number of sides, we know the formula. Number of sides is equal to 360 degree divided by x, where x is each exterior angle. So exterior angle is 30 degree. We'll have put the value and its answer is 12. Number of sides will be 12. Now we are going to discuss few types of quadrilaterals and their properties. So first type of quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Parallelogram, what are the properties of a parallelogram? ABCD is a parallelogram here. It is just like a rectangle, but in a rectangle all four angles are 90 degree. Here angles are not 90. So opposite sides are equal. AB is equal to CD, AD is equal to BC. Okay. Opposite sides are parallel, as you can see in the diagram. AB is parallel to CD, AD is parallel to BC. Now coming to the diagonals. Diagonal AC and diagonal BD, they are not equal, but they bisect each other. Bisect each other means if BD is 6 centimeter, then OD becomes 3 and OB becomes 3. And if AC is suppose 8 centimeter, then OA will be 4 and OC will be 4. That means OA is equal to OC, OD is equal to OB. Are you getting it? This is the diagonal property. Opposite angles are always equal. Angle D will be equal to angle B. Angle A will be equal to angle C. Are you getting it? And all the properties of parallel lines will exist in this. Means AB is parallel to CD. So angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 because they are co-interior. Are you getting it? Likewise, if we take this pair, AD and BC are parallel to each other. So angle D plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. It means two adjacent angles will always be co-interior angles. That is why their sum will be equal to 180 degree. Diagonal property is very, very important. Diagonals are not equal, but they bisect each other. Fine. Rectangle. Rectangle, as you know, opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other. Okay. And each angle is 90 degree, that you already know it. Diagonals are equal. AC is equal to BD. Are you getting it? AC is equal to BD. And diagonals will bisect each other. Bisect each other means OD will be equal to OB, OA will be equal to OC. Up now, see what happens. See the magic. AC is suppose 6 centimeter. So BD will also be 6 centimeter. They are bisecting each other. So this becomes 3 and 3. This also becomes 3 and 3. It means all four portions will become equal. OA is equal to OB is equal to OC is equal to OD. This is the magic of a rectangle. Are you getting it? Now moving on to another quadrilateral, that is a rhombus. Rhombus, it is like a square, but all four angles are not 90. Fine. So rhombus, all four sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel to each other. AB is parallel to CD, AD is parallel to BC. Now coming to the diagonal, in all these quadrilaterals, diagonal property is very, very important. You have to use it in your classes, class 9th, class 10th. Okay, you'll use them in future, so you have to remember them. So diagonals AC and BD, first of all, they are unequal. They are not equal. In case of a rectangle and square, they are equal. But in case of a parallelogram and rhombus, they are unequal. So diagonals of rhombus are unequal, but they bisect each other at 90 degree, at right angle. One more thing is added. They are bisecting each other. The angle between them is 90 degree. It means OD is equal to OB, OA is equal to OC, and angle DOC. This angle is 90 degree. Because this angle is 90 degree, so this angle will also be 90 degree, vertically opposite. And this angle will also be 90 degree. Why? Linear pair. And because of this angle will also be 90 degree. It means angle AOB 90 degree, angle BOC 90 degree, angle COD 90 degree, angle AOD 90 degree. All four angles will become 90 degree. Are you getting it? So diagonals are unequal. They bisect each other at 90 degree. Because it is a rhombus, parallel lines are there. All the properties of parallel lines will exist here. Okay. Angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree because they are co-interior. Likewise, others also. Opposite angles will always be equal. Angle D will be equal to angle B. Angle A will always be equal to angle C. Fine. Now, moving on to the square. Square, all four sides are equal. Each angle is 90 degree and opposite sides will be parallel to each other. Here, diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree and diagonals are equal also. So, as we have done in rectangle, diagonals are equal. AC is equal to BD. Diagonals are bisecting each other. It means OA is equal to OC. OD is equal to OB. So, all four portions will become equal. OA will be equal to OB, is equal to OC, is equal to OD. All four. An angle between them will be 90 degree. Angle AOB 90, angle COD 90, and other two angles will also be 90 degree. So square, diagonals are equal. They bisect each other at 90 degree. Another quadrilateral is a trapezium. In a trapezium, we have four sides and we have a single pair of parallel line. It means PQ is parallel to SR, but other two sides, they are not parallel and no side is equal. कोई भी side equal नहीं होती है. No side is equal. Are you getting it? Trapezium can be of this shape also. Trapezium can be of this shape also. Okay. So, one pair of parallel line, opposite lines are parallel, and the other two are non-parallel sides and they are unequal also. Sometimes they become equal also. Non-parallel sides. If non-parallel sides are equal, then it is called as an isosceles trapezium. And in that case, base angles will be equal. Angle V will be equal to angle U. And because we have a pair of parallel lines, then all the properties of parallel lines will exist, as we applied in our previous question. Angle S plus angle U, angle V is equal to 180 degree because angle S and angle V are co-interior angles. We have done in our question. Okay. The last diagram is kite. Kite is basically what? This kind of a shape where KJ is equal to KL. I mean, upper two sides are equal and the lower two sides are equal. MJ is equal to ML. Are you getting it? Fine. and diagonals, they are unequal, they don't bisect, okay, but at the point of intersection, O is the point of intersection, the angle will be 90 degree. It means angle KOL is 90, and because KOL is 90, so this angle will also be 90, this angle will also be 90, this angle will also be 90. As KJ and KL are equal, are you getting it? So it is an isosceles triangle. KJL is an isosceles triangle. Fine. And KO is perpendicular. So OJ and OL will become equal, because in an isosceles triangle, if we drop a perpendicular from vertex to the unequal base, then it bisects the base. That is why JO will be equal to OL. Are you getting it? Fine. Then moving on to the next one. This is the chart I have given. You can go through it. It has the sides and angles and diagonals and formulas for all quadrilaterals which I have discussed, like rectangle, square, parallelogram, sides are equal or not, opposite sides are equal or not, okay, diagonals bisect each other or not, okay, just go through it. This is the summary actually.